Alright, we're off on another adventure. The Kessinger family is once again venturing off to another weekend adventure. This time it's Memorial Day weekend 2020, and we're heading down to the Texas coast. Again, but this time we're going to be visiting South Padre Island and Boca Chica State Park. I've always wanted to see the location of where the Rio Grande River meets the Gulf of Mexico, and this confluence lies within Boca Chica State Park on the very southern tip of Texas. This area also happens to also be the location of Elon Musk's SpaceX launch facility. We began our trip leaving on Friday afternoon. Our destination, Brownsville, Texas. Hotels on South Padre Island itself were priced quite high for the holiday weekend, so we found much better rates at nearby Brownsville, which is only about a 45-minute drive to South Padre. This feels like the Corpus Christi of South Texas.
Alright girls, we're here.
We're at the hotel. Geez, somehow you got a lot of stuff, girl.
Yeah.
You really are a diva.
I'm like,
What is all that?
Isabella is like me.
Isabella
We're
is
both
like you?
princesses.
You're both princesses? Look at all that, and you can hardly walk because you've been sitting for the last 5 hours. Welcome to steamy Brownsville, Texas. Feels like you're in a hot room.
I took my medicine.
Oh, awesome.
Wake up! There's a baby palm tree.
A baby palm tree?
Uh-huh.
This is your continental breakfast at the hotel during a pandemic. Comes in this breakfast.
Nothing in there.
What's in there? Little bites. Yummy.
And breakfast.
This ain't a breakfast. Jasmine says this isn't a breakfast. We're gonna head to South Padre now.
Is that where?
No, this is Brownsville. This is close, but not right there. We're not on the beach yet.
That don't make sense.
We're about 40 minutes from the beach.
It's just like Corpus Christi and the beach, Mustang Island.
Mm-hmm.
It's two different places.
Yes, it does.
Don't make sense.
For Saturday, we decided to head to South Padre Island, and the following day we would visit Boca Chica State Park, and then eventually head home that same day. We had originally planned to also visit the Brownsville Zoo on the second day, but unfortunately it was closed due to the coronavirus. It would turn out to be a good thing because we would not have had the time to do both on the second day. Just a quick 40-minute drive and we were on the Queen Isabella Causeway that spans from Port Isabel on the mainland to South Padre Island.
Brooke, look at this bridge! Oh wow, look at the water. Looks bluer. It's a lot. You feel like you're going to an island more than you do when you go to Mustang Island. Because it's not that big of as big a channel as this. Well, because the water's long to get to the island. This is dangerous. Stop when flashing. Peligro. Auto. Something.
After venturing around the town of South Padre Island for a bit and looking for ice for our cooler, we eventually headed north on the main road in hopes of finding a public beach that we could drive onto. This would make it easier to unload our beach gear instead of having to haul all of it onto the beach from a parking lot. We made a turn onto Beach Access Road 6. There was a reasonable fee of $12, with $2 of it being refundable if you brought back the trash bag that they give you as an incentive to pack out your trash and to minimize littering on the beach. Shells? These waves hit harder.
Whoa, where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
Why are you not riding the... There you go. Sharks? Where? Do you see one?
Well,
Look at all the foam right there. That's where I think there'd be like a...
keep playing, girls, but we have to get blind.
Somebody wants a unicorn. 2-year-old unicorn? Eventually, we had enough surf, sand, and sun for the day and decided to hightail it out of there. We drove along the beach from Access Road 6 down to Access Road 5, where the drivable portion of the beach ends. Then we made our way back onto the main road, back to the town of South Padre Island, and eventually made our way back to the hotel in Brownsville. We then capped the day off with a trip to the hotel pool and then called it a night. We were exhausted, but our hearts were full of warm and lasting memories.
And last, I come out first. Home is 5.5 hours away. You want to wait that long?
Gotta wait 5.5 hours to eat. Today is our final day in Brownsville and the lower Rio Grande Valley. We have checked out of our hotel and will be on our way to Boca Chica State Park, site of the confluence between the Rio Grande River and the Gulf of Mexico and home of the SpaceX launch facility. The Rio Grande River is, of course, the international boundary between the United States and Mexico. The park is just a 40-minute drive from Brownsville and takes you through a unique environment of salt flats, mangrove marshes, and shallow bays.
That something washed ashore. That's a tire. It's got like green moss growing on it. Look at that. That's cool.
This upstream here, this is the Rio Grande River, dividing Texas from Mexico. And right here, this is where it spills out into the Gulf of Mexico. Oh look, there's a pretty big shell right there, right above you. Look at some of these are pretty good size. Not seeing the pan-sized seashells. Look at this one. That one's thick. We should add that to the collection.
Thick boy.
Yeah.
Look how thick that is. I'll put it by the truck. Rio Grande. Eventually going westward, northwest to Del Rio, through the Big Bend, eventually to El Paso, and onward through New Mexico up towards, I think it begins in Colorado, up in the Rockies. Here's where all that water, if it's lucky enough, makes its way right here. So right over there, right across the river, this is the Rio Grande, that's Mexico. You want to go to Mexico?
Yeah. I want to go to Mexico.
Your cousin's house is not in Mexico. That's crazy.
Jasmine, look, there's that tire in the ocean. Sometimes whales wash up on beaches, and they're huge because they die and like the waves just bring. Oh, the water's coming to us.
We decided it was time to leave Boca Chica and head for home. The salty sea air left us pretty hungry, so we asked a local friend for some good, quick Mexican food options. El Último Taco.
I found one option, El Último Taco Taqueria, I-6090 Frontage Road. Let me know if you want more information.
Oh. Then switch to Apple Maps. El Último Taco. Ta-da! Oh yeah, these are the flautas. Didn't I get a taco too? My God, this flautas is enough. Should have just gone in. Oh yeah, true. Well, did we have a good time again? I'm glad Brooke is now not upset. If had I made this right after. But I think overall we had fun.
Cut that out.
And the Brownsville area. Cut what out?
This part out.
Why? You're not happy? Well, either way, we're heading back home, leaving the Brownsville area. Jessica likes it because they have real Mexican food.
They have